Look, I didn't like going off and leaving her like that. But that din was getting on my nerves. There's times in life when a bloke's got a scarper just to save his own skin. I know it don't look nice. What do look nice when you get up close to it? When I comes up against this, I gets the shock of my life. This thing, it was only small. It was so real, so human. I could have dropped on the spot with the shock of it. All I was expecting, well, come to it, I don't rightly know what I was expecting. Certainly not this beautifully formed little being. I half expected it to cry out. Well, didn't, of course. Couldn't have done. I couldn't have never have had any life in it. I mean, not proper life on its own. Must have had some life. The way it lay there. So silent and so still. Quite touched me, you know what I mean? Now I thought, I'm your dad. Strange I should think that. But it's exactly what I did think. This is my son. I'm one of them that's done it to him. Well, after that, I had the job to do of getting rid of it. As I was doing it, I started praying or something. Saying words like God and Christ help me and things like that. Next thing is I'm crying. Straight up. Tears rushing out my eyes. Running down my face all salty, like I was only a kid myself. Not for him, I wasn't crying. Nah. He was past it. For my bleeding self. And I'll bring it home to you, what you are, when you see an helpless little thing like that lying in front of you in your own hands. It'd been quite perfect. Then I think, you know what you've done, Alfie? You've murdered him. Well, I went in the kitchen then. I put my head under the cold water tap, had a good sluice down with carbolic soap so where the tears had been wouldn't show. Then, as I was drying myself, a funny thing happened. Well, you know how sometimes you hear sounds you don't take no notice. Well, I could hear a little baby crying. But there was no kid in sight, so it couldn't have been. But on and on it went, and I thought it might have been the wind outside, so I shut the window tight. It kept on. Oh, no. I thought it must have been the water in the pipes. But it wasn't. Must have been my imagination. It went wailing away. Well, I went into Lily then. It all seemed to have drawn me to her in some way. Makes you understand how a woman must feel.